Hello guys, welcome back to History, Cabinet and Politics. Our headline today is why did Russia invade Ukraine? To a lot of people, it is a mystery that Russia had to invade Ukraine, and this is as a result to a lot of reasons and a lot of things that have been said on the invasion. But I promise you that in this video, I am going to demystify, I'm going to make it clear the reason why Russia invaded Ukraine and the reason why they are still bombarding Ukraine. Just stay tuned to get the gist of it. On February 14th, 6 months ago, the Russian President Vladimir Putin announced in a television broadcast that he is going to stage a special military operation in Ukraine with intention to demilitarize Ukraine and to denazify Ukraine. Now, here comes the point of contention. What is demilitarizing Ukraine and denazifying Ukraine, as the Russian president said? Because according to what we all know, the Soviet state has military. So why do another state wants to impose demilitarization on another state? And is Ukraine a Nazist setup? Vladimir Putin also said that his moves were to stop a genocide by the Kyiv regime. But think about it. Which genocide? Anyway, I think this is why there have been a lot of people questioning the reasons, a lot of things that has been happening on Ukraine recently. People has been confused and has been, surprised at the reasons given by the Russian regime, because none of them are consistent and none of them are consenting to the things we are seeing. Now I'm going to move on to explain the reasons Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, gave. Reasons like denazification and demilitarization. When it comes to denazification, what that means, or what the Russian president was trying to illustrate, was the removal of this current regime. You know, the former president of Ukraine, he was like a Russian puppet, and now because of the protest and a lot of things, the man was removed forcefully, and this present president was now put, Volodymyr Zelensky. And now the Russian president has not been happy. That is why since this man entered, there have been issues and there have been a lot of economic pressure from Russia in a bid to force him out of power. This is what Vladimir Putin meant by denazification. Now we move over to demilitarization. Demilitarization here is Vladimir Putin's effort and desire to remove Ukraine's status as a sovereign state. That is, that the sovereignty of Ukraine as a state means a lot to Russian government. Now, let me further explain. You know that Ukraine has been a part of the Soviet Union, both during the Tsarist and Soviet Union time. The Ukrainians has been ruled by the Russian imperial rulers for a very long time before they got their independence in the year 1991. And there have not been a time when the status of Ukraine has been that of a submissive and humble colony. Their status has always been an unwilling colony under the rule of the Russians. The Russian imperial rule ended in 1991 when 92% of Ukrainians voted to secede from the then decaying Soviet Union. That was 20 years ago. Political scientists and regional experts have prophesied, they have foreseen what is happening now 20 years ago, and they talked about it, saying that with time the Ukraine border is going to be a flashpoint, and that the two neighbors, Russia and Ukraine, and also those part of Ukraine that has more pro-Russian population, will create internal divides, and also the desire of Russia to re-establish control over their wayward vassals, will cause a full-scale war, which will be engineered by the Russians in order to gain control back over Ukraine. This was also shown earlier by the Russian occupation of Crimean region over the disposition of the former President Viktor of Ukraine in 2014. Moscow made their move 5 days after the massive protest by the Euromedians, that is the vast majority of the Ukrainian population, over the then President Viktor, who was accused and was proved to be working for the Russian government. Now, Moscow, seeing that they have lost grip of power on Ukraine, now occupied Crimean region 5 days later. I hope we have now understood something. That is that everything happening in Ukraine now is all Eurasian based. Eurasia meaning Europe and Asian integration of Ukraine. That is also control of Ukraine. Although the Ukrainians want and are majorly part of Europeans, but because they are border neighbors or neighbors of Russia, they don't have the right to choose what they want. As per their say, would greatly mar the Russian government. Now let's go back to 2014 and review what Vladimir Putin said after his annexation of the Crimean region of Ukraine. He said, "With Ukraine, our Western partners have crossed the line." Beneath this simple statement lies the unstated fear of his regime falling prey to similar protests that led to the fall of the former president of Ukraine. You all know that in Russia, Putin has been enjoying unquestionable and checked governance. He has total control in Russia and he doesn't want to risk anything undermining his control in the future. He published 5,000 word essay saying that a pro-Western Ukraine posed existential threat to Russia as a country. For the sake of not making this video long, this is where we are going to end this video. If you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this video, like this video, comment on the comment section if you have anything you want to add to this video. And also, I will be posting more content that is going to explain further things about this crisis. Please stay tuned and turn on the notification bell to get notified when I post. Bye for now.